Welcome, everyone, to HorrorBuzz Live, where we bring you the latest news and information from the horror world. And tonight, boy, howdy, do we have a show. Um, yes, so we're going to be covering Lindsay's back. Oh, thank God. Lindsay's back. She's going to be covering the entertainment beat. Chris went to Halloween Hunt up at Canada's Wonderland. So he's going to give us a quick report about that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about something called Horror Movie Night that is coming October 28th at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, California. We're going to be screening Halloween 3. And Lindsay, darling, if you're listening, we have a preview of the pre-show. But before I get started, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also, if you want to contribute to what we're doing, we are on Patreon as well. We're in the home stretch, you guys. Oh, it is a lot. It is a lot to cover, and Lindsay, I'm just going to bring you right on right now.
Bring me in. It's good to be back.
How you doing?
Well, I look like the undead, but I feel like the undead too. But all around, I'm
You're fine.
happy to be here. I love to be with my spooky fam, and I'm so excited to talk about all things haunt and spooky, and I can't wait. I will have to
Seriously.
do a
Okay,
cleansing
so
breath before we begin.
oh, Alan said, "Get it, HorrorBuzz." Alan,
Woo!
I love you. Okay, so we have a very tightly packed show tonight. So, if you wouldn't mind, would you kindly tell us what there might be to do in Southern California and also perhaps the U.S.? I don't know. Within the next couple of weeks between now and Halloween.
Yes. So there is an absolute massive amount of stuff going on. It's impossible for me to cover even a fraction of all of the wonderful things that are going on, but that's why you can follow us on HorrorBuzz.com, on all the socials for all the spooky happenings. I'm just going to give you guys a couple highlights. So if you're not going anywhere, if you're not looking to go out, here's a couple movies that you can check out. I am keeping the movies reduced today just because we have so many things. But a couple that I wanted to point out, we have VHS 99. For anybody who's a fan of the VHS series, there is another installment coming out. It's the 5th installment in the VHS series. And the VHS series isn't too bad. I actually like it. And this is a found footage horror anthology film, and it's presented, and I love this idea, it's presented as a mixtape of 5 different narratives, and they all take place in 1999. So if you're a 90s child, then this is probably very much for you. Unlike the previous VHS films, the film does not have an overarching frame or narrative in between each short. So instead, short stop motion animations of toy soldiers, maybe one thing, and then it's completely juxtaposed with something else. So it's a lot. It is literally like a mixtape. It's a complete mix. So if you're interested in that, that's VHS 99, and then that's coming to Shudder this Thursday, October 20th. On Friday, October 21st, on Hulu, we have a film called Matriarch. This sounds interesting. It's about a woman who's afflicted with a mysterious disease after surviving this overdose, and she comes to her childhood home to confront some personal demons, to find some healing, but she accidentally discovers a real one. Instead of a personal demon, she might find a real one. So this looks kind of wild. So if you're interested in that, that's Matriarch, and that's coming to Hulu. So that's all we're going to talk about with movies. I'm sure there's a bunch of other things we could talk about, but you can catch all of the movie happenings on HorrorBuzz.com. So, of course, we have HorrorBuzz Horror Movie Night. I'm not going to talk about that too much either because the pros are here to talk about it. And you heard that there's a preview of the pre-show, which is literally like Christmas morning every time we get to watch that. It's so wonderful. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but keep that on your radar. Put the pin in that. And we also have some Passport to Fear events left. So you may know that we have had some other events already happen this month. And if you got to go, I'm sure you had an awesome time, obviously. And we have a couple more left. So we have, oh, yes, the finger.
The Willows.
I know Willows is sold
The
out.
Willows is sold out.
Willows is sold out. So the first event that I was going to mention here is Halloween with the Willows. If you are familiar with the Willows, it's an immersive, interactive theater production. It's a 2-hour full exploration event. It's very, very popular, and it sells out every year, as it did this year. And we HorrorBuzz get to take a behind the scenes look and do a Q&A with the cast and creators, and we get to experience the full show. So if you did not get a chance to this year, I wanted to mention it this year just so everybody knows to look out for it next year, because the Willows is insanely popular. It is an incredible show, and it does sell out every year. I think it's sold out every year since 2017. So if you're interested in it in the future, be sure to follow on the socials and all the things. Yes, Norm.
Also, this is the original cast, and yeah, obviously the original location, but original cast, and they're spicing. I was told they were kind of lacing in a few little autumnal, you know, treats. So, so there we go. And if there's enough of a demand, maybe we'll have a second night. Who knows?
Ooh.
I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. Autumnal treats, lacing, potential other date. A lot of exciting possibilities here at HorrorBuzz. And our last, but certainly not least, Passport to Fear event that we've got on the list here is our Cemetery Lane trick-or-treat experience. And this is with the wonderful people of Black Cat Orange, who put on Midsummer Scream, as you know. And this is taking place Sunday, October 30th at 5 p.m. Tickets are $27.99, and we do still have a few available. I don't know how many more we're going to have for much longer. So if you're even thinking about it, just do it, because it's going to be an awesome experience. If you grew up trick-or-treating in those classic Halloween neighborhoods that you see in literally every movie, or if you never got to experience that because you grew up somewhere else that didn't have like all those cute little houses and everything like that, here's your chance. It's going to be at the LA Heritage Square Museum, and you get to have a Q&A and meet and greet with the creators. You get to pick their brains, talk about the creative process, all sorts of things, and you get an extra special trick-or-treat stop that nobody else gets access to. So there's only a few spots left. Be sure to go to horrorbuzz.com and book that spot. You don't want to miss it. It's for the kids, for the adults. It's tricks, it's treats, it's true Halloween fun. You don't want to miss out on that. And if you're looking to do a little shopping, I have an event for you. We have the Halloween Night Market. This is one night only, and this is a cool one because it's happening at San Juan Capistrano in the actual Mission. So the spooky kind of immersive ambiance of the Spanish-style courtyards and the Mission itself are it's a super cool backdrop for you to shop for all sorts of different treats and tricks. And they've got all sorts of different gourmet food offerings and lots of local vendors peddling spooky goods. And they're going to have a bunch of performances in the courtyard, trick-or-treating for the kiddos. And there's also a complimentary pumpkin patch. So if you want a free pumpkin, you can come and get it at this Halloween night market. And for the adults, they have an entire bar with specialty-themed craft cocktails. And there's a raffle, and they're doing all sorts of giveaways and prizes. And there's a prize for coffee.
You said bar?
I said bar. I did.
Okay, keep going.
We love a good bar here. We're all about the spirits at HorrorBuzz. So you can get in the Halloween mood, do a little shopping, do a little trick-or-treating. And at 7:45, they reveal best costume of the night. The tickets are free, and you can register for them on eventbrite.com. And then you search for Halloween Night Market, and it'll pop right up. I know we talk about lots of different levels of haunts. We've got our professional haunts. We have our home haunts. I want to mention a haunt that's opening this weekend. This is the Santa Ana Haunt. So if you're in the Orange County area, then you can check these guys out. They're only running 2 weeks, but from what I can see on the Instagram, they have put a ton of work. So they are following a storyline. They had Shades of Hell Hello, and this is Shades of Hell Goodbye for 2022. And this is all based on fears that you could come across or face should you find yourself in hell. So maybe you get a little taste of what might come if you aren't so nice. And these dates we have here are October 21st through 23rd and October 28th through the 31st. Fridays and Saturdays run from 6 to 11 p.m. and Sunday through Monday runs from 6 to 10 p.m. They have donation passes, so you can donate $5 and up if you'd like to attend the event. And those passes can be accessed by visiting their Instagram at Santa Ana Haunt. And you can also see videos and pictures of their build and creative process, which is pretty cool. A different type of haunt, we have Shacktoberfest. This is the first year this has happened. This is completely new. So as we know, Dark Harbor did not happen this year at the Long Beach Queen Mary. Norm has his finger up.
Okay, so Shacktoberfest is not a haunt. It's more of a Halloween carnival.
Yes.
And it's fun. So if you want to take the kids, go from 5 to 8. If you want to have a more adult time, go from 8 to closing. I think the closing times vary, but they don't try to be anything else than what they are, and it's fun.
Good old-fashioned fun. So this is put on by 13th Floor Entertainment, and these guys are taking the place of filling up that large area in front of the Queen Mary, and there's all sorts of things after dark. So there's 3 haunted trails, there's 6 themed zones, games, food. There's a hidden pirate bar within the pirate scare zone. And as Norm said, if you come before 8 p.m., it's totally family friendly, lots of trick-or-treating opportunities. And tickets range from $29.99 to $99.99 and can be purchased at Shacktoberfest, SHAKTOBERFEST.com. Now, I could keep going, but I really need to stop because I know we have other things going on, and I need to see this pre-show later. So
I know, me too. So there's at this point it's like whack-a-mole. You can't get enough. So what we're going to head to next, Chris, our Canadian correspondent, he headed up to Canada's Wonderland. Chris, how are you?
Hello, world. I'm doing pretty good, Norm. How are you?
I'm well.
Do you like my hat?
Oh my gosh, it lights up.
You. Lisa says we're in the home stretch. I already need a nap. Anyway. So, Chris, Chris is where are you again?
I'm in Niagara Falls, but the Canada's Wonderland Halloween Haunt takes place just outside of Toronto in they call it Vaughan. It's all the Toronto area, though. There's different regions. Toronto is huge, but yeah.
Well, how far away from you?
From me, it's about an hour away.
Okay, cool. So,
not too bad.
Chris graciously offered to cover Canada's Wonderland Halloween Haunt. And so, what was it like? I mean, because, see, here's the thing. Cedar Point owns Canada's Wonderland, also Not Scary Farm, also, Great Adventure. It's like there are varying things. So, what was Canada's Wonderland Haunt like?
It was amazing. We got there about 8 o'clock, I think it was. And as soon as you go in, there's the fountain there. They had the fog machines going. They had this little Halloween boutique there. And right in the front entrance, that's where the first scare zone was. They called it hold on, I have it here in my notes. They called it the Gates of Terror. And as soon as you walk in, right away, right off the bat, see it right there too. They got people dressed in costumes. Over here, this is the Carnival area where they had a bunch of creepy-looking clowns. And I have a real fear of clowns, so this actually it did scare me. That one right there got me because he was in my blind spot. I turned around and all of a sudden he was right there. And then the next zone This one here, they had this big inflatable pumpkin. They had the Kingdom of Carnage, where people were dressed up as knights. Some people were dressed up as peasants. They had the Day of the Dead festival going on, which had all kinds of people from like Sugar Skulls and things like that. Kind of like the movie Coco. People were dressed up in skeletons and tuxedos. They played guitars. It was fun. That's the entrance area, the Gates of Terror that I was mentioning.
Awesome.
They had Wicked Hollow, where they had people dressed in like evil fairies, and they had a bunch of tiny houses that they showed. There's the sign. That was my lovely assistant, Sabrina. There's one of the roller coasters. I believe that's the Yukon Striker.
Cool. So, can you tell me if you had a favorite scare zone?
My favorite scare zone, even though it actually did scare the hell out of me, I like the Carnival, just because the elaborate costumes that they had there, and there was so many different variations of like creepy clowns. Like you can't imagine how many creepy clowns there were just being surrounded by them. But the props too, I gotta mention that they had amazing props. They had these big tents, and they had oversized candy, and they had oversized. So it's like their like hammers were oversized, the ones that they were carrying, like the weapons. Someone had a pair of scissors that they were pretending to decapitate, like head trimmers. They had like big like bow ties, and then like some of them were wearing like the top hats, like the one you saw. It's like it was really cool, and like each area was very distinct, so you could tell when you're in a different zone. So like once you leave the Carnival area, for example, and you get to like Wicked Hollow, that's the one it's called. You could feel this. They played different music. They had the fog machines going, and they had some pretty good scares. Like the cast, you could tell all the cast members were having a lot of fun doing what they were doing.
Excellent.
It was amazing. There was 5 mazes that you could do. I was only able to do 4 because some of the wait times were longer than the other ones. But the ones that I did to were a lot of fun too. I think I sent you the pictures for that. The ones I did, it was called The Ruins, was the first one. The next one I did was called Pandemonium. Hold on, let me go back to the ruins real quick. That was really cool because they did a good job of creating, it looked like the interior of a cave, and then it led to what looked like this interior of a temple. And they did a good job of creating that environment. They had giant snakes everywhere. They had giant spiders, and then the different victims were wrapped up in the webs. They had this really cool fountain that was in the center of it all that they kind of led to. And then, the scares for that were pretty good because you never know what's going to come around the corner. And then, like, some of the walls would just all of a sudden, like, give out, and then it would be the door because you can't really tell what's what. So,
did you have a favorite maze?
Pardon?
Did you have a favorite maze?
Oh, my favorite maze I haven't gotten to yet. It's called the Cornstalker Maze, and it was in a cornfield. And I have a thing with cornfield at night. Like, that actually scares me. So with that, it was really creepy because they would hide in the corn and pop out at you. But on top of that, there was these scarecrows that were propped up like on the piece of the wood, but some of them were dummies, and then some of them were actors, so you couldn't tell which one was which. So if you got too close to certain ones, all of a sudden they would move and growl at you and like snarl and scream. So they got me a few times with that one too. That was really good. I like the Cornstalker maze. Some of the other mazes that we did was called Spirit Manor. That one, they took the amphitheater there, and they actually made it look like this house. Like, you go in, they had this huge, elaborate front hall that had a stairwell going up. You couldn't go up the stairs, obviously, but you went around the corner. They had, like, this library area, that they had, like, this dining room, and then they had a few bedrooms as you go around the different, like, houses. And for that one, the actors would hide in the closets, and they would hide under the beds. So you didn't know which one, like, where they would come out from. And then they had this hallway where they had these pictures, but they would slide down. So they would slide down and stick their face out and like scream at you. And then it's like, whoa, because I wasn't expecting the pictures to move like that. That was really cool. And then the other one that they had was called the Crypt. That's the one I couldn't go on, but I went on Cornstalkers, Pandemonium, Spirit Manor, and then the Ruins.
Well, awesome.
And they're all, again, they're very distinct. And you could tell they spared no expense when it comes to the way it was staged, the way they had the different props laid out, the way that even the actors, the costumes were very elaborate. Like, I tried to get a lot of pictures, but it was hard with the lighting because even the lighting that they had, like, each area was lit up differently, so it was really cool.
It's so hard to photograph haunts because low lighting, fast movement. It's hard. So, but Chris, thank you so much. And, that's going again. Is it going until the 31st?
It's going until the 30th. It's open on weekends. It's open from 7 p.m. till midnight. But I recommend you get there early because traffic is usually pretty bad when you're going through Toronto. And dress up warm, too. It was really cold. It was 4 degrees Celsius. So that's about like 35, maybe around that for Fahrenheit.
Good
so, yeah,
Lord.
it gets cold. It gets cold.
This Californian is like, no.
Can't convince you to come to Wonderland?
Well, the scariest thing is the temperature. Okay, so
you're acclimatized, eh?
So thank you so
no
much.
worries. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
Hold tight, and we are going to put you backstage, and we're going to get to our finale, which is horror movie night. Amantha, get the sign ready. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now we talk about horror movie night.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, this guy.
She's got the sign up.
Remember, I carve it by hand with wood soap.
With soap.
With wooden soap.
Wooden soap.
Yes.
Made of wood.
Yes.
Eric, Samantha, how are you guys?
We're good.
We're good.
We are good.
Yes.
We are very excited about this month's horror movie night because this is our 5th anniversary at the Frida Cinema doing horror movie nights. And so way back in 2017, the very first event we did was the 35th anniversary of Halloween 3. So we thought, what better way to celebrate our 5th anniversary than the 40th anniversary of Halloween 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems kind of fitting that the oddball Halloween 3 would be our anniversary film.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what to expect?
Well, we are going to have, our a lot of our usual stuff. We're going to
have our pre-show. We're going to have our pumpkin pack filled with prizes.
Which our pumpkin pack this month, we're going to be giving away by playing one of our game shows, which is going to be themed into our events over the last 5 years.
So study up on 5 years of HorrorBuzz events.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I know all of them.
We also have a short film, of course, from the Screaming Room, the Midsummer Screaming Room. We're going to be showing a film called Trick. It was directed by a filmmaker named Elwood Walker. His film Trick showed at the 2019 Midsummer Scream, and so we're really excited to be showing it here. He's going to be joining us on that night. He had hoped to join us tonight, but was scheduling issues.
As you would expect, it's hot. It's Halloween season, right? And so everybody is busy. But we're really excited to have him, and we're always really excited to have or to feature our shorts that have played at Midsummer Scream with, pairing them with a film that works really well together. And so this short Trick is going to work really well with Halloween 3. For sure.
So,
yes.
That's awesome.
So we're all here. I think it might be time to show the preview of the pre-show.
Yay! I'm excited. I love these things.
So, it's up to Eric and Amantha.
Oh, of course.
Why
not? Go ahead and do that. Just a little taste.
Just a taste.
Little taste.
Can you, Eric, to prolong the anticipation?
Say it.
Wait,
I was going to wait till after we showed it.
No! Girl, this is live. So
we got to roll that film, huh?
There's not enough time.
What the pre-show is.
Explain the pre-show.
What? Explain the pre-show? Explain the pre-show? The pre-show is 30 minutes of various video clips.
Music, video clips, craziness. Eric puts together this fabulous prizes. Yes. Prizes. Eric puts together this fabulous pre-show. Like you said, it's 30 minutes long. And we always aim to to tie this pre-show into the feature that we're going to show. So, as soon as we open the doors on Friday, October 28th at 7:30 p.m. at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, boom goes the pre-show. Yeah. We're in a party mood. You want to hang out with us.
Well, let's take a look at
what you will be seeing that night.
Yes. Oh, goodness. And I'll have you guys know that I have not seen this. I am very careful not to see the pre-show or, the pre-show preview. So, Lindsay, get ready. Everyone,
I'm pumped. Let's do this.
The preview of the pre-show.
That is what my lumpkin wish would be.
Candy corn! 6 toys with changeable costumes, 1 with each Happy Meal you buy your kids.
Dracula is coming to town.
Fifth Avenues are better than 100 grand.
But Mom, it's a Pokemon!
Raw fish.
A rock and roll Ghost a Go-Go show.
Cute Dolly Marie, real cute.
Sorry. Spooky.
Yes.
Bravo.
Halloween. Is that not right?
First of all, give me a minute. Give a minute. If anyone out there, everyone must watch the Paul Lynde, Lynde, Paul Lynde Halloween special. Okay? It's an hour of 70s nonsense, and this needs to be in your staple. It appeared in that pre-show. Now then, carry on.
Yes.
That was amazing.
We agree. Everybody should watch the Paul Lynde.
Oh yeah, special. No, for sure, and everyone should come to the Frida Cinema on Friday, October 28th. Doors open at 7:30 p.m.
Most importantly, get your tickets now.
Get your tickets now because we have sold out our past 2 events that we've had.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
It has.
So people have found it, and
yes.
So just grab your tickets.
I would think so.
It's been cool.
Yeah, don't waste time thinking about it. Just get them now. Go to the fridacinema.org website, and you can get your tickets there.
So,
Alan
is asking what the specialty cocktail is.
Ooh.
Well, that is something that is still in the works.
We've been bouncing a lot of ideas around as to what we're looking at.
The problem is there's just so many great things that you can do to tie into this movie that it's so hard
and I'm like,
decide.
I can't just do 7 drinks. We got ambitious Creep show and did like 5.
Yeah, we did 5 for
and so it's like I need to settle it down and maybe get like 1 or 2.
So we're still working on narrowing it down, but there will be something.
I can guarantee you. I'm going to be there. There will be a specialty drink there.
Well, trust. If Samantha and I are there, there will be booze.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I just saw you can do 7 drinks. No, we're.
My goodness.
You cannot do 7 drinks. I bartended at 5, and I'm like.
5 was more complicated than that.
We're also kicking around the idea of doing a kind of after party at Bird and Barrel right next door. So
yeah, and keep it going.
Kind of a bar cafe thing, and I like their vibe. So might be heading there.
That's right, because we need to keep that 5th anniversary party going. Like, this is a big time.
It's a big deal, yeah.
It's a big accomplishment. We all work really hard putting on these events, And we work hard because we love doing this so much, and we love and appreciate that everybody else loves the fact that we're doing these, and that we are the only, really, I think the only theater or the only group.
This is the only kind of thing.
This is the only kind of thing in Orange County, because we go to LA for other events, but this is the only one in Orange County that you can come to, and you can come from other counties to Orange County to come see Halloween.
Yeah, we've been getting people traveling from San Bernardino, Riverside, coming out, which is
good. So we highly encourage you to get your tickets at thefridacinema.org for Halloween 3 on Friday, October 28th. Our doors open at 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
But feel free to show up a little early so you can make sure you're in line. Talk to us, mingle in the lobby. We're all cool. We love that you're there.
Yes.
We want to get to you,
we might not be cool, but we are approachable.
Okay.
I'm pretty cool, man. I won't be there, but I'm pretty cool.
Anyway.
I like to think I'm pretty cool.
I'm like, are we out of time? Can we talk about more things? Can we talk about one more thing about the Frida Cinema?
Just one.
Oh. Well, actually, I know what you were going to talk about, but the thing to mention also is that a week from today, next Tuesday,
I was going to mention that too.
Were you?
Two things.
Is trivia night? Is trivia night at the Frida? They do a trivia night every month.
Mm-hmm.
This month we have written a special category that is related to horror movie night.
Yep, absolutely. So you should
They do 5 rounds of trivia.
Mm-hmm.
One of those rounds will be horror movie night trivia.
Yes.
So
and
we
you
encourage
have
you to come out and play, and that's a free event.
That's a free event. I was going to say, and you have a good chance of not beating us because we tend to win a lot. So we sat this one out just for you guys. Just for you guys.
You had too much of an advantage.
You know what? And we're so humble. So
humble.
Frida Cinema, we really love and appreciate them and their partnership for sure. We're going to do a round of trivia next Tuesday there, and I think that starts at 7:30. And then I just wanted to mention with the Frida, even though it's already passed, just think ahead for next year. So we went to the 6th installment of Camp Frida, which is a 12-hour horror movie marathon that runs from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. at the theater. And they usually will have a theme of sorts. So this year it was holiday horror.
It was holiday horror, and we were fortunate enough to be invited to introduce a film. We were able to select one of our favorite holiday horror films to show and introduce that.
Yeah.
That film was the Thanksgiving classic, Blood Rage.
Blood Rage. It was awesome.
Yes.
What I was going to say about these events, because we've gone pretty much every year. You don't know what you're going to watch in advance, which always is very, very exciting. Sometimes they'll give clues throughout the night. Each year has been a different theme. But I'll say that this year, in my opinion, was one of the best years. Not just because we actually showed Blood Rage. Yes.
Blood Rage.
I know. I was going to say
cranberry sauce.
I got to see Blood Rage on a big screen for the first time.
It was amazing.
It was just a really good vibe. Everyone was in it. Everybody was like, I think mostly everybody was awake. I didn't hear a lot of snoring.
Little bit of snoring. Little bit of snoring around 4.
Maybe around 4 for me.
4 or 5 in the morning.
But what was super important is the fact that it was like the highest retention rate ever of people staying all the way through the night.
Yeah.
And that I thought was like really cool, really amazing.
It was good.
Okay, it was really just a fun time.
But did you like the movie?
But mostly because we showed Blood Rage.
Did you like the movie?
Did I like Blood Rage? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was like probably more than what I was expecting. Right?
It's amazing.
It was amazing. I absolutely enjoyed it. Yeah, very, very much. And I'm glad we got to show it at a time that I wasn't planning on taking a nap.
Yeah. That movie is so good.
It's so good. Yeah,
we thought
about too. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a signal right now that it's time to wrap up.
Ah, okay.
It's very
well,
subtle.
I hate the rule.
It's not you guys.
Oh heavens. Okay, well, everyone, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for the entertainment. Chris, thank you for the report from Canada.
You're welcome.
Everyone, come join us.
Am I getting it in there?
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah,
it.
it's there.
All right. Sometimes I can't see. There we go.
There you
Oh
go.
my.
October 28th. Let us all celebrate our Halloween silliness.
Yes.
And
Prizes, fun, us, drinks, everything. Sorry,
so,
I'm gonna go
you guys, thank you for coming. Thank you, our viewers, for watching. And we are, man, oh man, home stretch, y'all. We're almost there.
Happy Halloween, y'all.
Happy Halloween. Lindsay, fingers ready?
Oh, they're ready.
We will see you in the